Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Northern California visits Southern California. The Niners and Chargers, off we go from L.A. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Point after here coming up. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Chargers nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Barkley, inside handoff. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. You look at this Niner defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to them. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. And why do you go out and trade for a guy like this defensively? Well, an instant impact in your pass rush is reason number 1.
And let's think about it. You want a guy who can create big plays for your team. Takeaways, fumbles, you name it. That's what you want from a big-time player on the defensive side of the ball.
3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To the air, Allen. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Chargers in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Allen off the bootleg. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Hey, tight.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Allen. That's into the hands of Worthy. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Herrera. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Rolling to his left. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
It's a gain of 6. And the 49ers first down.
Purdy off the play fake. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. You talk about the defense for these Chargers. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Right back to him on first down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Purdy from the gun. Connects with Kittle underneath. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
Here's Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Chargers, nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it one.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. On play action, Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. And this one nearly intercepted. That one might need to go back to the drawing board. Almost a disaster. It winds up just an incomplete pass, though.
At the Chargers' 37-yard line.
Second and 10.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
A quick throw completed by Purdy.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Diabador Lenore up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Herrera.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Allen to throw it. And he fires one, but incomplete. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
That 4th down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs.
A handoff to Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Hey, hold.
On play action, Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. Down to about the 22 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
5 wide. Alert! What's that?
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he stopped immediately there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Allen. That is caught. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. That's going to be incomplete. Well, it looked like he had him for a second, but the razzle-dazzle will not work out. It's second down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here's Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
They go play action here. Purdy.
He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Chargers, nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. But this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Regular. Pick it up. You're embarrassing me.
Allen now looks to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Allen going to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA.
Xavier Worthy
as time expires in the first half.
And the Chargers get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half.
And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, and maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now Purdy.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. That's Samuel, caught left side. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and it's a fake. He's going to throw it.
Pass complete. Now race for the marker.
And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Coming out of the locker room, they knew they were going to be on defense first, needed a stop. They got better than a stop. They got best case scenario.
Yeah, that was talked about as an entire team. And guys, we're coming out. Defense is going to start. Need you to pick things up for us. Go ahead and make a play. But what surprises me is they had the ball on offense with that type of a lead. They had to know they were going to come after them.
And now with that pick 6 makes this thing a whole lot more interesting. So after the INT, it's Allen, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Purdy now to throw.
And he will find his man, Samuel.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Again, McCaffrey. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Christian McCaffrey with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to widen their advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
38, Chargers 13.
The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them are the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 65 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that'll be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now Saquon Barkley. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. It just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we have...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
Purdy
connects with Kittle underneath. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw, it's Allen. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
He sets to fire deep. He's got it at the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for L.A. 65 yards.
56.
Complete to number 1.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
To the air. Allen steps away. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
3rd and goal.
Now Allen. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Xavier Worthy.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will not make it into the end zone, but a flag down here, and I think they're going to get another shot at this.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. Allen will try to throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Purdy tosses out wide, complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Play action, now Purdy.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it. And it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. His pass caught at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
McCaffrey. Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And now a fake on the jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. Here we go with McCaffrey. Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right? They just picked up a 1st down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game?
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. Down the left sideline. And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for San Francisco, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire